Christmas, motherfuckers. A little late, but yeah. Um, Great fucking week for some of us. Some of us got our Christmas miracles and shit. Um, so we're at our final week. Um, Last week, you know, didn't go the right way for some of us. Injuries, shit like that. Mainly injuries. Um, Also, players not performing as well as they would. It's kind of hard, man. This fantasy football shit. Um, so gotta shout out the winners. Uh, the Fuegos beating the Rook. Um, Nighthawk beating Los Tanks. Um, Los Borrachos beating Rebel Scum. The Warhammers beating the Arab Sensations. So it sets up our matchups. Um, I'll talk a little bit more about it in each one's matchup. So let's just get into it, man.
If you had one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted, would you capture it or let it slip? All season has come down to this, all the research, all the start and sit decisions, all the sacrifice. After 17 weeks, only 2 teams remain fighting to be the league champion. Glory for the winner, humiliation for the loser. Who will come out on top as the victor?
Second and goal. Goff looking to throw. Goff to the end zone. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the Lions regain the lead. College workouts. You got to have to be a playoff team, and that's a big play. T. Higgins.
Wow.
Extends. Higgins is gone. It's a Higgins house call. Touchdown. 80 yards.
Well, this is zone and not man.
Henry looking to throw it. Wide open. Touchdown. Okonkwo. Derrick Henry's second passing touchdown of the season. On 4th and 7. Hurts lofts it for Smith. It's a touchdown. Devontae Smith. And Nick Sirianni loves it.
First down, fake it, bootleg, Flacco sets, throws, looking for separation, it's caught, Amari Cooper down the sideline for the touchdown.
The left-hand side, so the safety has to rotate over to try and help, and a quick slant.
First and 10, oh, it's caught! What a throw, and what a terrific touchdown reception. Mike Evans has done it again.
All right. So our matchup is set. Championship, the league championship. We have the Nighthawk versus the Fuegos. Let's see. The Nighthawk, 4th place, projected underdog at 127. The Fuegos, the favorite, projected at 151. You have the Nighthawk ending the season in 4th place, even though losing his quarterback and wide receiver. Found his way to upset 5th place and 1st place. Looking to avenge last season, losing in the finals in an odd way. But here he is again in the finals. On the other side, we have the Fuegos ended the season at 6th place. Team got hot, getting by 3rd place and 2nd place. Our first year's champ looking to get another championship under his belt. Let's look at the teams. For the underdog, we have the Nighthawk starting Jared Goff, T. Higgins, Keenan Allen, Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson, Sam Laporta, James Conner, Evan Ingram, and the Chiefs defense. On the other side, we have the Fuegos. The projected favorite, starting Jalen Hurts, Mike Evans, Amari Cooper, Kyron Williams, Jameer Gibbs, uh, Chikakonkwo, Saquon Barkley, James Cook, and the Buffalo defense. Let's see. For the Nighthawk, Jared Goff against Dallas. It's going to be a tough matchup, but he should be able to get through it. They're at Dallas. It's in a dome. Usually Goff does well in a dome. Saturday game. Just FYI. T. Higgins against KC. Tough matchup for him. Snead should be on him most of the time, I believe. If they play man, what you're hoping for is KC to score on them. They go into zone, and T. Higgins could get one of those long bombs like he did last game. Keenan Allen, we'll see if he plays. Hasn't practiced all week. I doubt they play him. They don't need to. Might as well rest him for next season at this point. I mean, they're already out of the playoffs. No need to. Denver's also out of the playoffs, and they're playing a backup. Derrick Henry against Houston. A few weeks ago, they played each other. Derrick Henry, I think, put up like 2 points. It's not like before where he would be able to run against them for like 200 yards or whatever the fuck. Yeah, he only got 5 points. It's gonna be tough, but and this will be at Houston, so we'll see how that goes. You're hoping Will Levis plays and they can't just focus on shutting down little passes and shit. Bijan Robinson against Chicago at Chicago. It's a tough run defense. You're hoping he gets it done in the passing game. Taylor Heineke's not really known for checking it down, but that's what you're kind of hoping for. And you're hoping not to get Arthur Smith. Sam Laporta against Dallas. I mean, he's been good all season. No point in sending him now. Uh, but that should be an okay matchup for him. They're okay against tight ends. James Conner against Philly. I mean, again, Philly's been a tough defense, and they're at Philly. Not sure what's up with Kyler Murray this season. I don't know if he's still injured or what he's dealing with, but they haven't been the same. What you're hoping for is garbage time again, like with Chicago, where the defense lets up a little bit and you could get some of those points. Evan Ingram versus Carolina. Carolina's been tough against the pass. And then if Trevor Lawrence doesn't play, it's going to be a little bit hard to trust Evan Ingram. But, I mean, he's gotten you this far. Chiefs defense against Cincinnati, that could be good. Again, Chiefs are at home. They're a solid defense. And then Browning has came back down to earth. He's not that guy that was throwing for 300 yards or whatever. Not starting Gabe Davis, huh? Yeah, I doubt he does anything against New England. OBJ hasn't done shit. He had one game, and then we all thought he was back to normal, and yeah, it's not doing shit. Josh Downs, maybe against Las Vegas. They have been playing pretty good in the last few games. Maybe because I haven't hit refresh, but let me hit. Yeah, picked up Elijah Moore. I wouldn't start him against the Jets, even if Cooper's out. I mean, targets will go somewhere, but I think it'd be more towards Njoku at this point because those corners are pretty tough. Again, unless they start playing zone, and then you might get a few targets there, but you wouldn't get a big game, I think, from them. Mm, but yeah, I mean, that's the team that got you to the championship. Why change it? Go down with your guys. Um, Now to the Fuegos. You got Jalen Hurts against Arizona. That should be a good matchup for him. I mean, Arizona can't stop anybody. Mike Evans against New Orleans. If Lattimore plays, it's gonna be tough for him. Lattimore always shuts him down for some reason, or he ends up fighting someone and like he gets kicked out. But Mike Evans, you know, you live with it. He'll get you your points. Cooper, I know he had a big game last game, but against the Jets. But I just saw today about him being game time decision. At least it's a Thursday game. You'll know before game to either switch him out or pick someone else up. I wouldn't play anybody else. I mean, we'll get down to it. Kyron Williams versus the Jets. I mean, versus the Giants. Uh, Should be a good matchup for him. He could run on the Giants. Jameer Gibbs versus Dallas. Gibbs has been solid all season. Just saw Mostert put up points on him. I don't see why Gibbs can't. Chikaquanquo had a great game. He has a good matchup against Houston. Houston has given up a good amount of points to the tight end. I think they gave up like 20 some points to Njoku last week. But we'll see. Hopefully, Will Levis is back. He could throw him the ball a little bit more, or even Tannehill. Tannehill checks it down also. Saquon Barkley versus the Rams. Rams a tough run defense. They shut down Alvin Kamara last game, but he's pretty much all the offense. And now switching to Tyrod Taylor might be a little bit better with the checkdowns and whatnot. Cook versus New England. Same thing. New England has a tough run defense, but they trust Cook now somewhat. Hopefully they're not getting what's his name, Fournette a little bit more involved. That'll kind of ruin Cook's value. Um, what you're hoping for is he doesn't fumble again, and then they sit him because that's what ended up happening before. Uh, Buffalo against New England, you know, with the Zappy back there, I think it should be good. Plus, they're at home. Few sacks, maybe a few picks. Um, yeah, maybe if he doesn't, if Cooper doesn't play, I'd probably go Flowers over Wilson. That Cleveland defense is pretty tough, and plus they're at home. Yeah. Um, I wouldn't start Lockett. I haven't seen him do anything. I haven't heard anything from Lockett all season. Oh, guess he had a game. 18 points. Um, Picked up CH. I mean, that could be a possibility for you. Maybe Clyde Edwards-Helaire if with McKinnon out, and then if Pacheco's out, it'd just be all him. Well, actually, no, because you need a wide receiver. So yeah, it'd be between these two guys. And like I said, tough defense. And then with Trevor Simeon and the back, I doubt he'll get any time to throw the ball. Um, Zay Flowers, I mean, against Miami, that should be a shootout game between them, or it could be like the Niner game where they end up going up big, but they end up wanting to score on them just to let them know. Yeah, because I see that Cleveland Jets game being just slow game, not much scoring, all defense. Mm. So yeah, I mean, these are the teams that got you guys here. Why not start them? I mean, why not trust them at this point? No one on your bench is gonna then give you that upside that you need. Like I said, like Zay Flowers, he started off hot, then he cooled down. Had a good game last game. I don't see why he wouldn't do it again. Like I said, against Miami. Um, they move him around. He's a gadget player. Plus, I trust more Lamar Jackson to throw him the ball than Trevor Simeon. Again, that's my opinion. That's if Cooper doesn't play. I mean, I don't think it's that big of a thing. I I gotta check what it was. Uh, It's a heel. Yeah, because the problem with that is he could go in, re-injure it, and then he's out, and now you have no points. But yeah, that's the risk you're willing to take, I guess. So, but yeah, man, good luck to both of you. Hey, yeah, I got nothing. From past champion to you guys, good luck, motherfuckers. Hope it doesn't end in some bullshit. And I think we would know the who the champion is by 10 a.m. Because well, actually, no, yeah, well, yeah, because he would have these two guys. So I guess we'll know by Sunday. We should know by Sunday who our champion is. So again, good luck, bitches. Peace out. All right, and last but not least, let's talk about the azaids bowl. Didn't have to do anything because you're playing not to be punished, so you don't need all that hoo ha. Um, we have the Arab Sensations who ended the season in seventh place, projected at 125, the favorite. Versus Rebel Scum ended the season in ninth, underdog projected at 124. So it's gonna be a close matchup. Maybe we'll see how these games go. The Arab Sensation is making his sixth appearance in the Azaids Bowl. His first Azaids was in 2014, won it in 2016 and 2020. He also appeared in 2021, uh, winning that one to be out of it, and 2019 to win out of it. So he pretty much had a three-peat of appearances in the Azaids Bowl. Guess you could be he's a seasoned vet over Rebel Scum, who won it in 2019 and won it last year in 2022. Uh, bunch of losers. Um, so the Arab Sensation starting Patrick Mahomes, George Pickens, Debo Samuel, Jalen Warren, Jerome Ford, or I always forget this guy's name. Yeah, Jerome Ford. Um, Njoku, Stephon Diggs, Ty Chandler, and Jacksonville. The Rebel Scum is starting Baker Mayfield, Brandon Ayuk, Chris Olave, Christian McCaffrey, Jonathan Taylor, Gerald Everett, Deontay Johnson, Noah Brown, and no defense. Smooth. And didn't pick up defense. Guess he's really giving up, huh? For the Air Sensations, Patrick Mahomes. I mean, he hasn't done much season, like I said. Just giving you 20 points. If that's what you're hoping for, you should probably get it. What you're hoping for is at least as projected against Cincinnati. You can throw on them. It's just that offense doesn't look right now, so we'll see. George Pickens against Seattle looks like it's a weather game, but Seattle it's not so good against the pass. I think they're okay. They're middle of the pack with it. Debo Samuel against Washington. That's a great matchup. He should blow up in that game against Washington. Um, Garrett Wilson just put up 15, 17 points on him, I think, something like that, close to 20. I don't see why Debo Samuel wouldn't put up those kind of points. Jalen Warren against Seattle. Seattle's not too bad against the run. Yeah. Problem is that it looks like they're kind of splitting it again with Najee Harris, but he should get his points. Jerome Ford against the Jets. The Jets struggle against the run. Uh, what's his name? Rodriguez, the running back for the Redskins, for the Commanders. He just put up 2 touchdowns against them last game. I don't see why Ford wouldn't be able to do that. Like I said, I think it should be a defensive game where it might just be running. They'll let them have those underneath. Then Joku against the Jets, good matchup too. They suck against tight ends. Stephon Diggs versus Buffalo. That's a tough one because Stephon Diggs versus New England. They usually scheme against your best player. Stephon Diggs is their best player. He hasn't done anything the last few games. It'd be tough to sit him, but I mean, it's up to you. Ty Chandler versus Green Bay. Good matchup. Fucking Green Bay struggles against running backs. Jacksonville versus Carolina. Yeah, Carolina sucks. Problem is that with, I mean, if Trevor Lawrence plays, it'd be good. They'd keep up, would not give the defense some rest. But if it's Beathard versus Carolina, Carolina has also decent defense. Probably keep them in the game a little bit. And they put up about 30 points on the Packers last game. So it could be a toss up. But Jacksonville's at home. Carolina should struggle on the road. Let's see. Maybe Tyler Boyd. I don't see why you have half of these guys on this. I'm sure there's plenty of guys on the waiver wire you could pick up and maybe start over a Diggs if you dare. I'm telling you. That team has gotten you this far so far. Rebel Scum starting Baker Mayfield against New Orleans. Baker Mayfield's been doing pretty well the last few games. Solid. Um, Brandon Ayuk. Again, great matchup against Washington. Chris Olave against Tampa Bay. You could throw against Tampa Bay. Hopefully, it's a little bit healthier. He got an extra days of rest, so he should be solid. Hopefully, Derek Carr, they give him a clean pocket so he could throw it to him. McCaffrey against Washington. Great matchup. Taylor, same great matchup against Las Vegas. I doubt Zach Moss comes back. Um, Everett versus Denver. Good matchup. Denver gives up a lot of points to the tight end position. So that should be good for them. Deontay Johnson for Seattle. I mean, I don't know. I don't really trust Deontay Johnson, to the truth. Noah Brown, he should do well with Dell, Tank Dell being on IR. I think he put up some decent numbers last game, but it said something about a knee problem. I'm not sure. He put up 6 points, but that was against a tough Cleveland defense. Week before that, against a great matchup at Tennessee, who they play this time, 24 points. Yeah, CJ Stroud over here. I don't think he was there for that game against Tennessee, but he should put up some points against them. Uh, yeah, no one on your bench. I would really start over anybody on your starting lineup. Maybe what did Curtis Samuel do last game? I don't think he did anything. He had 3 points. Okay, but again, it was against a tough defense. Kareem Hunt. $9 points. I mean, you might as well roll with the team you got, Let me see. As far as defenses on the waiver wire that you could pick up and start. I mean, you got Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta. Chicago versus Atlanta. They're at home. Atlanta struggles on the road. Um, they usually get sacks, whatever. Tampa Bay against New Orleans. That should be an all right matchup. They Carr gives up some touchdowns and some sacks sometimes, so that could be good. If you really want to roll the dice, Las Vegas versus Indy. Raiders have scored in the last 2 games defensive touchdown. 2 defensive touchdowns in the last 2 games. So if you want to roll the dice, every point counts, even if it is defensively. Um, just an FYI, just in case you want to start a defense and not leave it empty. Um, but yeah, I mean, not much advice I could. Let's see if there's any upside guys on the waiver wire. I mean, you got Rashid Shaheed, who's always good for like a long bomb touchdown. Might be a good flex. Um, Brandon Cooks, he's getting some targets. Then against Detroit, who gives up a lot of points to the wide receiver. Um, Demarcus Robinson from the Rams, he's been coming along. The last 4 games against Cleveland, 17 against Baltimore, 13 against Washington, 14 against New Orleans, 22. Cooper Kupp doesn't look right, not catching the ball or nothing. So, just shouting out some players that the last few games have been putting up numbers. Um, and not really on the running back position that you'd be able to grab and start. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, just people I see like on the waiver wire that, like I said, pick up, maybe start, maybe roll the dice. It's up to you guys. It looks like we also know the winner by Sunday. I wonder if there's even a Monday night game. But yeah. So good luck to you fuckers. Uh, may the best loser win. And that is it. Just 2 matchups this week. 17 weeks gone. Fantasy's over. What I do now. I mean, I'll be back next week. I'm gonna do some either next week or in 2 weeks. Let it marinate a little. Um, try to get some production done with the winners and the losers, and then also shouting out everybody else, everybody's team, stuff like that. But yeah, good luck to you guys in the championship. Good luck to you guys in the azaids. Wouldn't want to be someone in the azaids bowl there. Will it be first to worst or a back-to-back champ? Um, so yeah, good luck, motherfuckers. Peace out. Catch you guys later.